Hello, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon. Please hit that like button as you guys come in. Please hit that like button. How is everyone doing? Okay, so the girlies are talking about Keirna accusing Stacey of dating Monique's ex-husband and how that went. So let's just play that.
A brings up that Stacey may have dated Chris Samuels.
I felt like Kay's delivery fell flat. Kay was obviously trying to make
It did. It fell so flat. And this is the thing. It's like, hey, honey, you're really not delivering this tea very, very well. It was so flat. And because it was so flat, it did not land at all. It did not land. If you were trying to create drama, that was not the way. It did not work. You need to take lessons from Giselle, because if you see the way Giselle creates drama, you need to take notes.
a moment, right? And it was the moment like fell on the ground.
She said that like she'd see you around.
Like, everybody was confused. She said that she's seen you around. Like, okay. Like, what is your point, Kay?
I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know what she's talking about.
No, it wasn't Monique and Chris.
That is your ex-husband, right? Yeah, she was dating Chris.
To the point where I had to go to Monique and be like, she's trying to tell you Stacey was dating Chris.
Like, the fact that Giselle had to step in and say she's trying to tell you that Stacey was dating Chris, like, what are we doing? Like, that is just flat.
With the subtitles.
Yes.
Honey. That was the most epic fail of a delivery.
Even Monique is like, that was an epic fail of a delivery. Absolutely. Fell flat.
Phone that I've ever witnessed in my life. I was like, girl, if you don't get to the point. By the time she got to the point, the whole shock factor was gone.
Exactly. It's like, you've already, yeah, Kay, you're not doing great this season at all. You're not doing great.
She blew it, like, completely.
Okay.
She completely, I was like, oh, you poor baby. It's okay.
In her little
Imagine Monique is like, you poor baby. Like, you see, that is so embarrassing.
Mouse voice that nobody heard. It was like a
Oh my god, not in the mouse voice that nobody heard. Stacey is Stacey is definitely clowning Kay for that.
little mouse speaking from.
Well, she was very nervous to talk about that.
She was very nervous to talk about that. Why was she nervous? If you're nervous to talk about that, you don't want to be the person to bring the bone, then tell the producers no. But that's the thing. These producers have these women, in my opinion, allegedly, have these women out here having to be like carrying the bone. And that's what happens when you allow somebody to carry the bone, but the person doesn't even want to carry the bone. This is what you end up with.
She was like, she didn't know how to navigate. She was like, oh my gosh, how do I bring this up to Monique? What do I say? And I was like, you want me to tell her? She was like, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to tell her. I was like, okay.
You should have just let Ashley do it, because that's what Ashley does. Ashley would have been like, so, Monique, did you know that Stacey was dating your man or your ex-man? Period. Simple.
Hey, girl, land the plane. Come on now. You can do it.
Oh my God, that was the bumpiest landing ever. Get me off the plane.
Here's the thing. No one should castigate you for doing that, because number one, you told the truth. And number two, no one would give that energy to Giselle if Giselle was the one to bring it up. Yeah. It's just the bar moves for you and I.
It is. Oh, please, Angel. Misery loves company. Please chill the heck out. This has nothing to do with you and Kay being the ones. It just did not land well. Please.
It's like, here goes Kay again. It's like, here goes
It's okay. Just learn. Pick it up. Know what to do next.
Kay again, giving you guys more of the truth.
Yeah.
It's very clear that Keirna wanted to start something. She wasn't saying that to be pleasant. She was saying that to be messy.
I think that Kay has so much to juggle with her relationship with Greg. I don't even understand why she's worried about me.
I think Kay has a big problem with you as well as with me, because we are the type of woman that she aspires to be.
Ooh, Okay. Well, Kay not gonna like that. Kay is not going to like that. But I guess she said what she said.
And I'm not saying that to be shady, but we move in this group without the need or the approval of others.
Do you think Monique
Fair enough on that. Wendy brought it home back. Like she brought it back home where she said, we move around this group without the need for approval of others. Although sometimes Wendy gives me she wants Giselle's approval, but that's just my thoughts.
really cared about what Keirna was saying?
She seemed unfazed to me.
It wasn't that she wasn't unfazed. She was just like, is this for real?
I think there was.
Yeah, she was definitely unfazed, in my opinion. Jessie.
A couple things going on. She didn't know how to react. She didn't know what was going on. It was a lot coming at her at once.
Yeah, that's fair.
She is somebody that does want to read the room.
Yeah.
Monique gave 0 Fs.
I agree with Wendy. Monique did not give a dang. Monique knew what it was about, but Monique did not play into it. Monique was like, I am back. I'm trying to make sure I last long on this show. I am not trying to start nothing with nobody for now. So no.
About what Keirna was saying.
She literally didn't care.
No, and then land.
I can't say if Monique genuinely does not care,
Yeah.
but I mean, some part of me still feels like it's like, I don't think she cares about Chris or being back in a relationship with him or, you know, whatever he has going on in her life. But I just feel like as a woman, being around friends, whether she's like, oh, I don't care. I'm like, that's great that you don't care. But I don't know. The woman in me says that you still would want to know who is who here. That's me.
Yeah, and I think that we didn't know her well enough at that point to know if this was a deflection to preserve her peace or if she actually didn't care. Yeah.
There you go.
On this one, I agree with Angel in the sense that they don't necessarily know that for sure. But I think Monique did not give a dang. Monique did not like that man anymore. Okay? I don't even know if she liked him to begin with because I never really watched the previous seasons. But from what I saw, Monique did not like that man. So Monique was happy to send him back to the streets, send him back wherever he needed to be, honey. She would not have cared if someone said they're marrying Chris today. Okay. So I think that's where I think everyone needs to get it because I think everyone really thinks like Monique is bothered and or some people think Monique is bothered and stuff. Monique ain't bothered. Monique does not care. She does not like that man. Honestly, that's what I think anyway. Okay. So Super also agrees with me that Wendy does want Giselle's approval. Yes, I agree with that. I feel like I've noticed the way she definitely moves that she loves and wants Giselle's approval. I definitely agree with that. And then this is how I know Super is my girl because she is out here saying everything I'm saying. She said Monique never loved Chris. Now, I'm not surprised because the vibe that I got from Monique from the recent episodes that I watched, and also I watched the first introduction that I got to Monique was when I watched Love and Marriage. Was it Detroit or DC? I think it was DC. When I watched Love and Marriage DC, I was like, Monique does not like this man. She does not like this man. She does not want to be around him. That was the vibe that I got. She was definitely very unhappy. And I think there are some things that Chris does that makes it hard for Monique to like the man. So I definitely think, yeah, Monique did not like that man one bit. That was definitely what was coming across when she was on the Love and Marriage DC show.
I'm so grateful that Monique basically sidestepped
She
that
paid her dust.
and paid her complete dust and handled it like a grown woman.
She sure did.
You never really want to be sitting up with who your ex is.
Like you've seen
especially
the
in
same
the same
Willie.
circle.
I would have said that differently, but yes, we've said the same thing.
Yeah.
They've seen the same Willie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not they've seen the same Willie. You don't know if they saw the same Willie. Like, you do not know that. It sounded like Stacey just went on a couple of dates or one day, honey. I don't know about no see no Willie. So, but okay. But I also understand why the women feel the way they feel about Stacey, to be honest. And I know we like Stacey and stuff, but y'all know I will call a spade a spade. I understand why some of the some of the ladies don't particularly see it for Stacey. I get it.
Yeah. So, and then the Willie that you married.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's had it longer.
Reproduce with it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you guys are now talking about Willies. Like, give it a rest.
Yeah.
But I mean, they are divorced.
Yeah.
And there is a part of her like, Chris is free to do what he wants to do.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Chris is a free man. You know, you guys are acting like she was in love with him and then they had to go their separate ways because of something. She was clearly not in love with that man. So no, she's not going to care what the man does, to be honest.
It was really weird because it was like, I don't even know y'all. You know, I would have expected for that to come from somebody I know. Like,
exactly. Somebody she knows, not someone she ain't never met before. So Keirna is a no, dear.
You or Wendy or Giselle even. But when it comes to me and my ex, I don't care about him and what he does. The only thing I care about is my children.
Exactly. I'm with Monique as well. It's like, if I've left the man, why should I care what he does? Why should I care? If he decides to go on and move ahead with whoever, that's his business. I do not care. I don't like Stacey. She tells unnecessary lies. Well, you better stay tuned for what I am about to say about Stacey tonight, because I am not liking Stacey at all. And I'm with you on the unnecessary lies. It's too much. It's too much. I like the lightheartedness she brings to the show, but I hate the way she tells lies. It's just she got a lying problem. That is what's given.
And if you're gonna date somebody, just make sure they're good with the kids, you know? So that's my only concern. But I would expect that he's dating.
Yeah.
Apparently he loves hanging around Potomac Housewives, which is interesting.
I've heard that.
Yeah, a lot of times. So I don't know what that's about, but you know, it is what it is.
That pride. Kay brings up that Stacey may have dated Chris.
Exactly. Like, I'm with Monique, honey. Like, please, whatever he's doing ain't got nothing to do with me. Let him do whatever he wants to do, but yeah, nah, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Now, I feel like Tia just does talk about Stacey's boyfriend / ex-husband / may get back together with her husband, and we will watch this. But before that, I want to say my little 2 cents about the latest episode of Potomac. Now, I have a big issue, a big bone to pick with Stacey. I have a big bone to pick with Stacey, because my thing is, Stacey, what is the point? The lying does not even have a reason. There's no need to lie, right? Like, I just don't get it. There's no need to lie. Why did she have to make it seem like her husband is not going to be around? She could have literally just said, Tia, honestly, my husband does not want to meet any of the girls because he knows what has been going on in this group. He's not ready to meet any of the girls yet. That could have been it. That could have been the end of it. You're a grown woman. Your husband is allowed to not want to meet the whole group yet. You could have said, oh, nah, let's just keep it here for now. When I'm ready to share my husband with the rest of the group, we would. Right? So I just feel like there was no need for her to lie. It was totally unnecessary. There was no need for all of that. I just wish that just was not done, right? And so I don't understand why Stacey always does that. And so I'm like, yes, you can like Stacey. I like the fact that Stacey brings that little fun, light-hearted moments to the show. But I hate the way she's always lying. I feel like I would not be able to be friends with Stacey if I was on the show on Potomac. And I feel like her lying would annoy me as well. Because I would just be like, I don't know how to place you. I can't trust anything that comes out of your mouth. So I can't be friends with you. Right? So I definitely think that that is off. The other thing that I felt that was off as well is, do you guys believe that Stacey called Chris to let him know what Monique said about him. Let me know. Put a no in the chat if you think Stacey did not do that. Put a yes in the chat if you believe that Stacey went to Chris to tell him what Monique had to say about him. So put a yes or put a no. Okay, I'll see what you guys are saying. I see a yes in the chat. I see a yes in the chat. Who else thinks that Stacey called Chris to tell him what Monique said? Let me know what you guys think. So I see a yes. Super says, I see why Giselle feels like she does about Stacey. Completely agree. I cannot, if I were in that group, I would not be able to stand Stacey. I can't stand people that are lying totally unprovoked. There's no need to lie. You're too grown to be lying. None of the women are going to beat you up. None of the women are going to be in your face about nothing. Why lie? And that's the thing that I personally struggle with. I just don't get the need to lie. And so I think for me, it's just very, very confusing when I see that she is lying. I find it extremely confusing. I find it extremely unnecessary. I honestly don't even know what to do with myself when I see that she's lying. I'm like, why are you lying? What is the reason? Right? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So no. Super says, I can't have a liar in my circle. I don't want you in my home. Completely agree. I'm like that. If I feel like I can't trust you, I don't believe what comes out of your mouth. Yeah. There's really nothing to discuss. We can't be friends. I don't want to be around you. Absolutely not. And Super thinks not necessarily Kay could have told Cookie that. Yes, I think that could have potentially happened as well. But because Stacey lies so much, I feel like I cannot believe her when she says she didn't tell Chris. Because it's like you've lied so much that your credibility is shattered. And so I just struggle to believe that, yes, I agree that it's possible that Kay could have told Cookie, but I just think I struggle to believe Stacey when Stacey says she does not know what happened and she's not involved. That's the bit I would say I struggle with. Okay, so moving on, I just want to make a quick point about Angel. Angel is annoying. It's so annoying to me how after this whole thing has happened, we don't moved on. Angel still has not moved on. How can she open her mouth to say Wendy was the one who called her a catfish? Like, Wendy did not call you a catfish. That was Giselle. And it's just having me think, like, does she have beef with dark-skinned women? Because I don't understand why you have so much venom for Wendy, but you don't have venom for the one that you really should be having all the venom for. Giselle was the one that tried you, yet you're cool with Giselle, but you're not cool with Wendy. Yet you have all that energy for Giselle, or you have no energy for Giselle, but all that energy for Wendy. It's so weird to me. And I'm just so exhausted with Angel that I can only imagine how the rest of the group feels. The rest of the group is probably like, oh my God, Angel, give it a rest. And at Giselle's event again, she brought up the issue. And I'm like, girl, give it a rest. Give it a rest. Did you see the way she looked when Wendy came into the room? It's like, you look pressed. Even if you want to address something with Wendy, like, why do you look so pressed about the issue, Angel? It's been too long. You've had enough time to get over it. She has such a delayed response to things, and it just comes out extremely weird and unnecessary. Now, when I tell y'all I love the way Tia clocked Stacey, I feel like that was essential, that needed to happen. And I feel like Stacey knew not to go back and forth with Tia, because Tia would, with that accent, Tia would read her for filth. And I think Stacey knew that. So Stacey did not even go back and forth with Tia on that. Because Tia definitely was like, don't let this accent fool you. And Stacey was just there looking like, you know, a clown with her, you know. Let me be nice. Stacey was just there looking. She did not have nothing to say, right? Because she knew that Tia was right. You can't be out here lying, you know, say one thing to me, then say another thing to Wendy. It's not right. It's not okay. Right? So I love how she called her out on the nonsense. We are tired of the lies. So I would just say, like, Stacey, I just think she's such a liar. She lies unprovoked. She needs to just stop lying. Own it. My husband does not want to hang out with you girls yet. He wants to see how I how I manage myself in the group before he comes, and comes and scream with you guys. He's just warming up to the idea, You could have said so many different things. Instead, you chose to lie and couldn't keep your lie straight. Like, nobody will want to be friends with someone they can't trust. So I definitely feel like Tia is justified in how Tia feels. And it's so interesting why I've been seeing a lot of comments where people were coming for Tia and basically saying that they love Tia, but they hate the fact that Tia is coming for Stacey. Guys, Tia has, just because you all like somebody does not mean that they are infallible. Does not mean that everything they do is correct. If they act a certain way, their castmates are allowed to call them out. That doesn't mean you all need to start hating on Tia now just because she's calling out how she feels about Stacey, just because you all like Stacey. And so I just thought that was very, very weird. I think people get into this point where their love or likeness for somebody overshadows everything that they are allowed. Nobody is allowed to call them out or hold them accountable for something that they have done, which I think is absolutely wrong. You end up creating monsters that way and I feel like you guys need to be careful with the way you guys big up Stacey, because if you big her up so much that she then turns into someone that becomes very big-headed and hard to work with in a group, who knows, right? Now, I also do agree that if you're going to use a Nigerian name, learn how to pronounce the name. And it's interesting that Tia, that was meant to correct them about how to pronounce the Nigerian name, still got it wrong. I was just like, girl, please, Tia. Not you talking about she's like Shayo. Like, no, it's not Shayo, it's Shayo. And so if you, as somebody who is meant to be Nigerian, and you're meant to correct a pronunciation only for you to still get it wrong, is crazy to me. She should have just left it. Don't correct somebody and be wrong. Like, it's just common sense. But anyway, so I would say those are my 2 cents. The one last thing that I wanted to say about Potomac is I love Monique's confessional look down. She ate with that red outfit. Let me see if I can find you all that red outfit. That red outfit is fire. Okay? Fire. It's so good. She looked so divine. It was definitely given Empress in that outfit. Let me see if I can find it, y'all. Uh-oh. I don't know if I can find it, but let's see. And Monique is such a stunning woman. Absolutely stunning, beautiful woman. Like, I never even thought she was that fine until I started because when she was on DC, I don't know what it was, but I wasn't thinking like she was that gorgeous. Maybe because it was always like, it seemed to be like they always had some sort of fight between her and her husband. And so I think I just never really thought, like, I never really saw her in that way or noticed how gorgeous she is. But Monique is one of the women who her face eats every time, and she has locks as well. She is just a naturally stunning woman. I would say her and Giselle are beautiful, like just gorgeous, beautiful looking women. But anyway, Let me see if I can get that Monique's outfit, because I feel like that Monique's outfit needs to be shown, honey. It needs to be shown. She was eating everybody up with that red. Let me see if I can get it. At the moment, it's just showing Wendy's outfit. Because you all know I have to get it from this all those YouTube clips that they end up playing in the background. I don't think I can get it at the moment. It's still taking a while. And it's not one of those things, you know, Instagram, you can't fast forward. You just have to let it play. And so I really, yeah, it's just, I don't know how to just let it play. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not able to let it play. Okay. And Angel stays retweeting nonsense. But anyway. Or responding to nonsense. Let me play this for y'all.
That Stacey is lying about Timo's whereabouts. Why do you want to get to the bottom of it so badly?
She's just causing confusion in this friend group all over the place. She's telling one person one thing, and I didn't want it to be that I just woke up and decided to switch on her. There was a sequence of events that got me to the point where I was really, really ticked off with her.
Oh, okay.
I was with her like in the morning for Arabella's swim class. Timo was there. So met him in person, touched him, appropriately, of course. Invited them for dinner. And she said that he's going to be flying out of town. I was wondering if you lot are free tomorrow evening, maybe we can do dinner with Wendy and her husband and with me and Rob. He's got no friends.
I fly out tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think he's back until next week.
Oh.
I don't think he's back until next week. That is a lie. Right? So it's like, let's not act like she wasn't lying about it.
Yeah. And then, after that, I had dinner with Wendy.
My impression was you were supposed to be here. What happened?
Timo wasn't quite ready for such a big introduction. So we had to pass this time. Timo is just really trying to get comfortable.
Because I just told Wendy that the reason why you lot went here was because Timo's out of town.
Yeah, he just flew in today.
How can he be in?
So it's like, he just flew in today. You could have just said, girl, do you know what? My bad. But it's like, that's the thing. I think the thing about her is even when she gets caught in the lie, she still doubles down and continues to lie. I think that's what makes it worse. It's like, you're a little dangerous, honey, because you don't just end it there. You keep lying even after you get caught. And that's what I feel like is the hardest bit with Stacey.
In and out of town, because I literally just saw him. Do you know what I mean? So which
Yeah,
is
that
it?
was shady. We're all being honest here.
No, it wasn't even like a setup. I'm just like, no, he can't be out of town. I just saw him.
Yes.
Like seconds ago.
Seconds ago.
Yes.
So he can't be both, you know? So I'm starting to think, well, what did I take this morning that I'm hallucinating? Because I swear I just saw him.
It really bothered me when I got the call from you guys and I heard that you were upset with me.
Tia said you had said
Stacey. It's like, girl, do you have friends that tell you the truth? Because it's like, yes, sis, I don't know. It's giving you life for sport.
that to her that you felt that
It's like you just lie to confuse people. And you love being able to be playing mind games with people. That is so weird.
Tia was the safest person for Timo to meet.
Yeah, I really don't appreciate you causing friction between Wendy and me.
No, darling, you're creating your own friction because you can't keep up with your story.
I barely know her, and I don't like people who interfere with other long-standing relationships.
Yeah. If you don't want to come to dinner, he doesn't want to be there, just simply say, we've got plans, or he can't make it, or whatever. But like, don't get a step further to lie, and it's a bad lie because it's a blatant lie because I saw him. The vibe I got when I met him at the swim meet was that he's very cautious with this friend group.
Like, I feel like Tia, when everything happened at Giselle's million download party, I felt as though, is she trying to join the hate Stacey train? Like, it seemed like that's what everyone was doing, and she wanted to be part of the in crowd.
She jumped on the bat.
Okay, Wendy, this is where I disagree with you. And I think sometimes it can seem like if everyone is disagreeing with somebody, that nobody has valid reasons for that. Tia has a valid reason for not being able to not liking the way Stacey is moving. If you say something to me, I bring it up, and then you basically gaslight me to make it seem like I'm lying when that was not what happened and I wasn't lying about nothing. Of course, I'm going to feel some type of way. And so I just think it's very, very odd that Wendy and Stacey are sitting and making it seem like Tia is just trying to jump on the hate Stacey bandwagon. No, Tia is upset that Stacey said something, and when confronted about what she said, she tried to make it seem like Tia is trying to come for Stacey and Wendy's friendship when that is not what happened. She was just relaying something that was said. So it's like, girl, please, you're just trying to cover up exactly what you said. You shouldn't have said what you said out of your mouth to Tia.
And she just jumped at the opportunity to be a part of that.
When I first met you, I had heard a lot about you, and I didn't want to form an opinion about you, so I took time to get to know you until I could discover how you move. I invited you to dinner.
You invited my husband to dinner, and he politely declined. And he said no.
He was flying out the evening of the dinner, is what I understood.
No, he was flying out on Wednesday evening.
It's one thing to say, I'm getting to know you, and I think we may have had a misunderstanding. As opposed to, I'm getting to know you, I think you're a liar.
Everybody who has seen you has called you a liar. I've given you the benefit of the doubt.
I understand both perspective. I understand where Stacey is coming from. It's like, okay, everything that you've heard about me is almost like now you're coming for me and like piling it on. But at the same time, think about it from Tia's perspective. Everyone has called Stacey a liar, but she's trying to give Stacey the benefit of the doubt. Then Stacey lies to her. It's like further perpetuating the idea that Stacey is a liar. And then it's like Stacey then tries to flip it on Tia, like Tia is the one trying to cause problems between her and Wendy. Instead of taking accountability, oh, when I said that to Tia, I didn't think about you as being part of the group. You're my friend. So when I think about this group, I'm not thinking about you as a part of this group. I'm talking about this group specifically, not you inclusive, right? That could have been it. That could have been the end of it. Instead, Stacey kept at it. And I think that's the problem.
You thought I was foolish. Don't let this accent fool you.
As I got to know,
Tia was not with it. Tia said, don't let this accent fool you. Okay.
a little bit more about Tia. You know, she's just as rough and around the edges as some of the other people I know. She may put on a nice little polished appearance, but yeah.
That part. Yeah.
Do you think Stacey was lying about his whereabouts?
No.
Stacey lying?
Stacey lying?
No, these people be like, no, that is so sarcastic. They know Stacey's a lie. Everyone knows at this point.
Maybe that's why her shoulders are so uptight.
Holding all them lies.
Holding all them lies.
That is so funny. Holding on to them lies, honey.
A lot of tension up there.
She's a liar. And it's very unimpressive to me that the rest of us try to show up in our authenticity and show our real lives and try to genuinely get to know each other, good, bad, and indifferent. And Stacey is just so committed to being this character, acting.
Oh, Keirna is reading her down right now, and I do agree. I do agree. Version says perhaps he's a twin. Who are we talking about? I think I've missed it. And then Super says, I'm with Tia. She didn't have a misunderstanding. Stacey lied. Me too. I'm with Tia too. It's like, you lied. You lied. Even though I get where Stacey's coming from. Like, okay, maybe don't like pile on what other people have said about me. But at the same time, I get where Tia is coming from. You I've been called a liar. I gave you the benefit of doubt and then you lied. So it's like the leopard is not changing its spots.
Like she's an airhead, acting like she doesn't know what's going on. It's deception, and it's annoying.
My question is why Tia so invested. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Wendy girl, I know you're trying to ride for your friend, but yeah, Tia is not gonna like this, and Tia is probably going to come for Wendy now because Tia has been so nice and has been saying good things about Wendy. She is not gonna like Wendy after watching this. I tell you that.
Understand this 180 that has now happened.
Seriously.
You suspect that Stacey is lying about Timo's whereabouts. Why do you want to get to the bottom of it so badly?
She's just causing confusion in this frame.
Yep. I'm definitely with Tia. Like overall, I'm with Tia because it's like, you're trying to make it seem like I'm lying when you're the liar. And there's nothing I hate more than people trying to make it seem like I'm lying when they're the liar. So I definitely get where Tia is coming from. I get how frustrating it can be when you're trying to get to know somebody and they're just out here lying to you whilst in the same breath basically telling you that they're being vulnerable with you. So yeah, I'm with that. I do think Stacey needs to stop lying unprovoked. It's exhausting. I don't even know how she does it and continues to do it. And it's interesting what Kay said, where it feels like she has a persona and she is like, she has just come to perform for the people. And it's like the people are eating it up. Because if you see all the comments, everyone is just always talking about, oh, Stacey this, and Stacey is this, and Stacey is that. Let's even see what the comments are saying over here. Okay, I don't know if there are comments there. You see, I feel like Tia wanted to be mad at Stacey and be on the hate train. Stacey said Tamo was apprehensive of the group, so why not chalk it up to that? Obviously, Tamo lied and Stacey told the truth behind the lie. Most friends would let it go. He was trying to politely decline by lying to your face. This is not a big lie to be pissed off. It is, if this person is always lying. This is what I mean when I say people love Stacey and they can't see past that. Stacey saying she barely knows Tia, but in the scene with Stacey introducing Tia to her husband, she said she felt comfortable enough to introduce. So which is it? These are the questions. So Tia would give a pass if they said that they had other plans, but Stacey says she has a flight. It's a problem. Yes, because that's very specific. You have other plans is very vague. Like other plans could be being in bed. Other plans could be, I have no plans to be here, but I'm going to be indoors. That's different. At least there's one person here saying Team Tia on this one. Stacey makes my head spin trying to get away with the story she makes up. I can't keep up, no ma'am. Stacey came in with preconceived notions about Stacey from Giselle, and she also feels that she can take Stacey, so she keeps coming for her unprecedented. I don't think she keeps coming for her. I think she's come for her in this situation when it was definitely warranted. Ain't no difference in saying I have plans and I'm leaving town. Literally none. Tia is playing semantics. She just wants to dislike Stacey. There is a difference. And the fact that you lot want to act like you don't know what the difference is between I'm leaving town, I'm not going to be in town until next weekend, is cracking me up. And I have plans. I have plans could be I have plans to sleep. I have plans to cook tonight. I have plans could be anything. You saying that you are going to be out of town until next weekend is a lie. Just because you like Stacey is still a lie. People saying Stacey's husband lied first and Stacey told the truth. Nah, Stacey lied and said he's going to be away. Exactly. Tia invited them to dinner. Tamo said he was flying out and Stacey said yes, he doesn't fly back in until next week. Exactly. Somebody that decided to clear it up because people are acting like we didn't just watch the same thing just because you're like Stacey. When Wendy called Stacey, it's a completely different story. Two things can be true. Does Stacey be getting the girls together? Yes. But does Stacey be lying? Yes. Exactly. I never cared for Stacey. She's too grown to be lying. I feel you. It's like, why are you lying so much? I hope Stacey doesn't take the Maya's route with the lies because not gonna lie, it's becoming too much. She lied about TJ, lied about the Happy Eddie copycat business. She probably even lied about getting back with her ex-husband for the show, and now this. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. I disagree, Wendy. Stacey lied through. $3 bill. Stacey lies a lot. It baffles me. You all want to act as if it's normal. Absolutely. Thank you. A truthful person is an honest person. Stacey is not one of them. So Wendy's just going to ride with Stacey even to a fault, I see. Tia was very clear in expressing what her issue with Stacey was. Stacey was at fault on this one. I agree. Someone said it's no hate if it is true. If confused the enemy was a person, Stacey would be that person. Yeah, I think people definitely need to, it's too much. They both. Stacey's getting the same reaction from the fans that Mia was getting, and look what happened with Mia. Stacey's performance. Oh my goodness, Super, I think you've hit the nail on the head. You have hit the nail on the head completely. I agree with you, because people were liking Mia and they were encouraging the lies. Look at how it turned out. Now you lot are encouraging Stacey and she keeps lying, and very soon you guys will turn on her the way you turned on Mia if she doesn't stop lying. So I hope she stops lying, because yeah, it's ridiculous. Oh, Bajan was talking about Stacey's husband. Yeah, like, please. It's just like the lies. The lies, in the words of Candy. It's just like, what are we doing? It's not necessary. Anyways, guys, it's been wonderful hanging with you guys. Thank you so much to everyone who has been in the chat tonight. Please hit that like button if you haven't already. And thank you, Replay Gang. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Everybody, thank you so much. Thank you, Bajan. Thank you, Super. Thank you, Tommy, my mod. Thank you to everyone who was in the chat. Thanks to Braylin as well. You guys, Braylin is a content creator, so please make sure you go over there and subscribe to his YouTube channel. Yeah, thanks to everyone who was able to come through and leave a comment and engage with us. Yeah, thank you everyone. I am going to bed. It is 11:47 p.m. over here, so I need to go to bed so I can wake up and yeah, start my day pretty much early tomorrow. But yeah, have a wonderful evening, everyone. Have a good night. Thank you. Bye.